Hi, I'm Jill Meller, Legal and Governance Director at MTR Corporation Limited. Today, I'm going to share some views on ESG integration in Hong Kong. I think the biggest shift we've seen in Hong Kong is rising expectations on companies in terms of their ESG performance. This has partly, I think, been driven by the pandemic, which has shone a spotlight on certain environmental and social issues, but is also being driven by pressure from all different stakeholder groups. So I know that when our CEO and Finance Director met with our largest active investor, and their first question was about our carbon emissions, that we were really seeing a change. This pressure on companies has forced them to think more seriously about ESG. So making sure this isn't just something that's ancillary and reported about once a year, but really has led to a change in the way in which they do business. For MTR, we revamped our corporate strategy in 2020, and our board of directors set us very clear social and environmental objectives alongside our financial objectives. From a social inclusion perspective, the first is universal basic mobility. We carry everyone in Hong Kong, from the old to the young, the abled to the disabled, people from different ethnic backgrounds. So making sure our stations are accessible to everybody. We also look at workforce diversity and inclusion, particularly in traditionally male-dominated areas such as engineering. Board diversity has been a hot topic in Hong Kong in recent years. Our board of directors set themselves a gender target of having 25% female directors by 2025. From an environmental perspective, we set ourselves science-based targets for reducing our emissions by 2030, with a longer-term ambition of carbon neutrality by 2050. Our current model green station is Hin Keng, where we've adopted an open design to bring in natural lighting and cross-ventilation so that we can achieve comfortable temperatures without the need for air conditioning. We've also installed solar panels and a green roof. I think we've made good progress on ESG in Hong Kong in recent years, but we still have a long way to go. And to really achieve change is going to take a concerted effort. The first is government and our regulators. And it's great to see the SFC and the Stock Exchange driving changes in climate reporting requirements in recent years. Because when, as a company, you have to report new information, you have to find the data within your business. The second group is obviously corporates. And I've talked about MTR's ESG strategy, but we've also recently been utilising green finance. Encouragingly, around 90% of the issuance of green and sustainable bonds in Hong Kong was by private sector issuers. And so I'm sure there will be continued developments in that area. And since 2016, we've raised over $30 billion. I think one of the key challenges of embedding ESG in a company's operations is the need for companies to balance the interests of different stakeholder groups. So as a listed company, MTR clearly has to be financially sustainable, but we also have to balance the interests of the environment and society. And it's particularly challenging because some of the benefits to MTR of investing in ESG are more intangible in nature. More companies are now realising the potential of ESG and how it can bring tangible and intangible benefits to their corporations if they stick with good ESG practices. Or, for example, cheaper insurance premiums as a result of a company's ESG performance. ESG is a global issue, and it's also a collective one. Private companies have an important role to play. And while I think Hong Kong is making good progress, we still have a long way to go.